Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac with another custom minifigure showcase video. Today we have only 3 figures. I know, I'll get to it later. Only 3 figures from upcoming DC film Suicide Squad. This is the film that I'm the most excited for in superheroes this year. After we saw, Deadpool, Batman v Superman, Civil War, X-Men Apocalypse, those movies already passed. Now it's time for Suicide Squad to start. And I really think this film will give hope for the not just Justice League, well, to DC in general, because it looks like fun, entertaining. It looks exciting, which is something the last DC film lacked. And I'm probably gonna piss a lot of DC fanboys, but let me tell you the facts. Many people were disappointed with BVS. If you like BVS, that is fine. If you hate BVS, that is fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So stop getting butthurt. DC fanboys are so freaking cancerous these days, my goodness. And I thought Marvel fanboys were bad, but regardless, I'm a superhero fan. I love seeing these characters no matter what. I don't hate BVS as much as most people. I do agree it is disappointing, but I wouldn't say it's god awful. It's not like The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's not like Batman and Robin. It is not completely not like Fantastic. But can't we all agree that Batman v Superman, could have at least tried a little bit harder? Like the whole movie. Even if I had some disappointments before, and Suicide Squad looks like it's gonna be fun and it's gonna look awesome, and that's why I can't wait for it, because that's really all I want in a superhero movie. Fun, excitement, and yeah, so I made only 3 figures from Suicide Squad. One I'm actually giving for a friend. And we have Joker, Harley Quinn, and Katana. Now, I only made 3. Just in case, if I don't like the movie, just in case, then I probably won't make more figures. I hope this movie is really good though, and I think it looks good, but who knows? We just have to see. I can't predict the future. So, enough wasting time, and let's continue. Making this Joker was a pretty challenging task. You guys might remember this from Instagram last year. I actually started on this figure last year, and the things I completed was the torso, the whole entire torso except for the back. I did, and part of the head. A few weeks ago, I finished the rest, and the rest was painting damaged, repaint the eyes a little bit, paint the hair, and paint the legs and the back. So yeah, but this whole entire front torso was actually done over a year ago, and this minifigure is not made for me. I actually made this minifigure for my good friend Shotgun22SD. You guys know him. He hosts like Brick Talk. He doesn't post much Lego related stuff recently since last year because he's been busy with school and all, and spamming Snapchat pictures of his dog. And so I decided to make this figure because it's his birthday during Brick Fair, and I wanted make something for him. And plus, since we're seeing Suicide Squad together as well as other people, I want to make this figure for him. So that's his figure. Because jokingly, I stole his yellow jacket, which was really my yellow jacket, and that joke has been going on for a long time, and it was really funny. And so yeah, I painted all this like a tattoo. I painted like a skull, Lego skull instead of an actual skull. I took that idea from Drax the Destroyer, and I painted like Lego cards. Up top, the ha 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 ha, all that going around, also going around his arms. The torso of this figure was actually sealed with the sealant I use, and it's like liquid text. I think that's what it's called. I don't have it with me right now to show it to you guys, and maybe I'll make a video on what materials I use on my main channel. I mean, I do on my second channel, but a lot of people don't check out there, so maybe it's a good idea to do on my main channel. So stay tuned for that. Use the Widow's Peak hairpiece. This is the only time I'm going to paint damage on his forehead because painting that small is difficult. The next time I'm going to paint my own version of the Joker, which I'm going to make the silver suit in the future, I'm going to have to like paint like scribbles instead of like damage because that's just tough. And to go over like the back, it says God's only child. Don't know why. And it has a gesture. I actually got this reference picture thanks to my good friend Andy, who sent me. It's like that plushy Joker. Apparently that was what the back was. So yeah, so I went with it instead. I painted Arkham. Apparently Arkham's supposed to be in white, but it looks yellow to me in this other photo. So I painted it in yellow instead. I painted his ring, I painted his smile, which is a little bit chipped, but I think I like it. I like how it looks, and I painted the other smile on his arm. So that's basically it for the Joker. Our next minifigure is Harley Quinn, and this figure, just like the Joker, I didn't start on Harley last year, but after finishing the torso for Joker, I actually made a base for Harley Quinn, and the only thing I painted last year was basically the hair. And what I did for the hair was it was all white before. That's all I did, and I haven't. Background noise, and I haven't touched this figure for over a year because I was just waiting for the right time. When I made a base for Harley Quinn, what it was like a white head, and then I decided to make a jacket version for Harley. But then I later changed that when I actually started painting the figure, and instead I did not go with the jacket, and instead of going the white head, I just went with a flesh head. And you can see this is an old Dr. Octopus head. And so yeah, to start over with the hair, this is the hair that everyone has been using. Even way before our Lord and Savior Ross made his Harley, a lot of people have used this hairpiece, so don't accuse me of copying. So yeah, and this hair, what I did, I basically made a wash of like light blue and pink, because that's kind of what her hair is like. And I think this hair is perfect for Harley. Ever since that zombie cheerleader came up, everybody was talking about, oh, this could work for Harley, this could work for Harley. I even had people saying, hey, yo, this could work for Harley. I know, I've seen them. So I got the zombie cheerleader, and this hair works. And for the head, this head is completely painted by me. I painted like the makeup, I try and give it a little faded effect. Kind of looks like it's like dripping out like blood style. Painted like the earrings on the side. I painted it rotten. That's actually not that bad. It wasn't that hard to paint compared to damage. And I painted her mouth. I didn't paint her like open mouth, like wide laugh, smiling. Because the reason why I went with that, because I wanted to make a face that could work well as a smirk and work well for bubblegum. And what this bubblegum is, it's basically a ball of Procreate I sculpted. And what I did, and how does it stick? I used the white side of Procreate, that clay, and it works at an adhesive material, so that way it can stick onto her really well. So it's like a little tack, and that's how I made a bubblegum. And to go over the rest of the torso, so I painted Daddy's little monster. I tried painting boob lines, and just like how I usually paint boobs, and if I take out like white canary, because hers is kind of you can see that. So I tried painting that, but you can't really see it clearly, so it looks like dirt marks. And that's really what I did. After I painted white onto this flesh torso, I painted it in a little bit of gray to mix in, so it kind of has that rusty, dirty effect. And you can see that, you can see the tears. Oh yeah, and you guys probably noticed, oh my goodness, curved torsos. You bought Ariel like curved torsos. Actually, no, I did not buy Ariel like curved torsos. What I did use files. I use these files. You can get them at like Home Depot, Lowe's, or anywhere like hardware store. And what I did, I sanded the sides of the torso, and I'll get to more on that with a katana, because I did the same thing. I sanded the flesh torso, painted all these details, and you can see these straps, they're not fabric. This is my first time using electrical tape on the minifigure. And yeah, so removing her head. Oh yeah, her color was actually sculpted with Procreate, and yeah, so you can see the electrical tape goes around all sides, goes up from the top, and they make an X. And you can see her gun holster, that was made by electrical tape. And yeah, this whole strap was made by electrical tape, and the belt was made by electrical tape, the black one, and the things that are sculpted around it, those were with Procreate. So, and to go over the arms, this arm here has like a little bit of a blue wash. So you get that little painted effect, and she has like a tattoo, like a little pattern here, and I gave her like purple bracelets because it kind of looked like purple. And then her other bracelets, she has these spiky bracelets, which I sculpted in Procreate. All these individual spikes, all that color, all that bracelet base, that was also. I even painted her hands and her and I actually sealed it. And to go over like the belt, like I said, those was sculpted by Procreate. How did I get this pattern? Well, if you guys know in X-Acto, that end tab, they have like a little square pattern. That's what I did, and that's how I created this pattern for a belt, and it continues all four sides. And for the diamond piece, that's actually sculpted too. And I finally got some flesh legs, and what I did, I painted all these details you see here, just like scribble in some tattoos, painted in like the shoes. The shoes are actually the most difficult part, and their legs are kind of hard to move. But yeah, painting these shoes were difficult. And it's probably harder than painting these fishnet leggings. Yeah, I know, unbelievable, right? So yeah, these fishnet leggings, yeah, not excited to do it again, but I've done it before, one as a test minifigure and one for my Gwen Stacy minifigure. And you know, fishnet leggings, I don't want to use black because I think black will distract this whole entire figure, because so that's why I went with gray. Going with gray for fishnet leggings actually helps. It makes it more subtle, I would say, because I'm afraid, because for the main attraction of the figure, I want people to focus on the whole entire figure, just looking at the figure just by itself, like this. If I paint black fishnet leggings, I'm afraid it's gonna take away the flesh color and distract you from it, and you'll focus more on the area down here than up here. So painting all, and to go over like tattoos, like before I actually painted the Lucky You tattoo, but now I scribbled in at the but then I decided to erase it because it, just like what I was afraid of painting black on leggings, painting the Lucky You, actually writing the words, would take away the flesh exposure of her belly, and plus it's the Lucky You, her Lucky You tattoo isn't supposed to be on her belly. It's below her. It's like next to her belly button. So that's why I painted below the belly button. So yeah, that's basically it for this whole entire figure. This was a really fun figure to make, and I really wanted to make this the best I could. Oh, actually, not really. I painted her Goodnight Bat. I'm not excited to paint letters again. I hate letters now. And this was actually the Brick Forge bat. I'm sure Lego made their mold for bats before, but I don't know what. So I decided to order one from Brick Forge, and I do like it. And her pistol, her gun, painted all these details. And her actually supposed to have a white barrel, but I can't do that. But maybe later I'll cut a white rod and glue it onto this, or who knows, later. But I don't want to do that now. I want to get this figure done. So that's it for Harley. Man, I spent a lot of time on this figure and on Joker. So I can't imagine this showcase is probably 30 minutes long just for 3 freaking figures. And finally, our last minifigure, we have Katana. This character slipped by under my nose, like under the radar for me, until I noticed she was an Arrow. I mean, I had no idea. To be honest, I don't like that suit in Arrow. I mean, sure, it looks a little more comic book accurate, I suppose. I actually like this version of Katana a lot better. To start, this was actually the first Suicide Squad figure I completely finished. And to go over like her hair, and you guys might tell, it's actually this hairpiece, the one I have, White Canary. But what I did, just like what I did for Cisco Ramon, I cut it short so that way it fits. And I think this hairpiece works a lot better for Katana. I thought using the Black Widow hairpiece would work, but then I realized, you know, that could only work if I was going with the toy collectibles, the DC collectibles version. But in the most pictures and footage I've seen of Katana, her hair is kind of curly a little bit, kind of like this, but she has more strands. I actually added in 3 more strands. There was actually 5 strands of her hair in total. But unfortunately, the strands did not blend in with the hairpiece, so I decided to remove some and only include 2. And this is the best I could do, because I can't just have this figure without strands. I mean, you need those strands, that's how I feel. And this whole entire head was actually painted. The only thing that I actually did sculpt it in part of the head, and that's actually like the mask. I sculpted in like the nose area, you can see that's a Lone Ranger head, and sculpted in the eyebrows, and I painted the rest. And to remove her whole entire head, I should have done that. I sculpted in a collar for her, and not sculpted, I got fabric and I glued in the collar. I also made a 3D jacket for her, but I glued it onto the torso because it wouldn't stay in place. There is some sculpting on this figure though, like besides the strand and her mask. And that sculpting bits include her knee pads and her elbow pads. The rest of the figure was actually all fabric. And the sword sheaths and the dagger sheath you see here, that was actually plastic. The same plastic material I used for Flash, lightning bolts and falcon's wings. It's the same material I use. And this was actually, I sanded a flesh torso again. This was actually a Patrick torso. You see, if you're wondering what that belly button design is, that's actually from Patrick. And painting the lotus on her arm and her jacket, that was hard. Hard. I almost said hot. And I painted like a little bit of lotus like on her leg too. So you can see all that Japanese character, all that Ching Chong written on there, all good. And her katana, that's actually from Lego. Painted her hand, painted more Ching Chong, and that's basically it for this figure. Yeah, there's not much to say other than, you know, a lot of people are saying that Harley is the hottest one in Suicide Squad, but people keep forgetting Katana. I actually think Katana's hotter. Maybe, am I alone? Am I the only one who thinks Katana's hotter? Maybe I'm just biased for Asian women, but who knows? I seriously think Katana's bae, and plus the actress who played her, she's gorgeous. I can't wait to show her my toys, if you guys know what I mean. Removing her vibrator out of the way. A vibrator joke that's never getting old. Yeah, all this completely made by me. Fabric was all fun, and the torso, you know, the bottom part, like the one that holds her swords, that I actually wanted to go with ribbon, like actual ribbon, but when I trimmed that red ribbon down, the strands fell apart and it was a mess. So that's why I went with fabric. I could have went with ribbon for this figure, but I just can't, and tie it on her back. That would have been sweet, but I couldn't do it. So all I did, I just glued random bits and pieces to make this back for the ribbon. So yeah, that's it for Harley. I don't say Harley Quinn. But that's it for Katana. Can't wait to see how her character is in the movie, because her character seems like a Wonder Woman situation. She felt tacked on the movie, like she's just in there for no reason. But I hope she has some character development as well as the other figures, which is why I'm scared for Suicide Squad a little bit, because it's too many characters that we haven't been introduced. So yeah, that's it guys. We can conclude this showcase video. Oh yes, I can't wait to show you my toys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Can't wait to show these guys the brick fair. And yeah, by the time you're watching this, it's almost brick fair. It's coming very soon. And definitely I'm going to record footage. I'm definitely seeing Suicide Squad with a lot of great people at brick fair. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, I can't wait for that. So yeah, but just in case, please do not post any spoilers down in the comments below. And yeah, no legit spoilers, and don't even make spoiler jokes. I mean, spoiler jokes were funny before, but now it's getting really cancerous. It's getting really annoying. So let's please dive it down. I mean, if a content creator, if you guys love, big YouTubers, and at least pay some respect and obey the content creators for once. So I'm asking you guys, just talk about these figures, or talk about what you think about the movie without spoilers. And if you have to post spoilers, give a full warning. Like if you're actually having a conversation, not because you can say spoiler, Joker's in it. Oh, stupid shit. I mean, I talked about it before, and yet many people do it, and those people do it, those people got banned. So I get less idiots on my videos, which is good. And yeah, that's all. Hope you guys are excited about this movie as much as I am. I hope to see you guys at Brick Fair too, and shake my hand. You can shake my hand, shake my crotch, and you can take a picture of me, get my autograph, whatever, give me a blowjob, do anything. So see you guys later, Brick Fair, wee. And I said see you guys later many times. This is so scripted. Well, see you guys.